Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Slayer back here again with another video. It is now night number 4 of going through hard liquor withdrawal, alcohol withdrawal. And as you guys can see, I shaved. I was looking absolutely ridiculous. I was looking a little bit homeless. That had to go. So I'm looking better. I am feeling a little bit better, guys. I won't lie. I am not out of the woods yet by any means. I'm still very much under the weather. I didn't sleep the greatest last night, but I did fall into some broken sleep here and there. I had some wild, vivid, bizarre dreams. Might as well just share that with you real quick. I was like at this 4th of July party, and a bunch of friends were there, and a bunch of people from the rehab center that I met were there, and my brother, who ran off with my girlfriend, which is now my ex-girlfriend, for those of you who didn't know that took place. Yes, that's just another lovely thing that took place in my life. He was also there. He was like hiding behind a chair, and it was so vivid. The dream was so vivid, and I thought that this was really happening. I like walked up, and there was this sidewalk, and my buddy and another one of my buddies, actually it was my buddy, another one of my buddies, and a complete total stranger, somebody I'd never seen before in my life, were sitting on lawn chairs in the middle of the sidewalk. And it was like I'd just shown up to this party. And I walked up and I was like, yo, what's up, man? And I looked behind him and I saw my brother sitting there. And I think the reason why I had this dream is because I figured out recently that my buddy has been talking to my brother. And in the dream, I felt very, very betrayed and sad. And so I kind of just walked off from that and left them alone, and ended up finding one of the dudes that I was in rehab with. Super awesome kid. I call him a kid because he was only 22. Awesome dude though, and he was walking around like just being a cool guy that he is. I was like, what's up, man? He's like, yo, what's up? And it was very bizarre. He ended up jumping on a motorcycle and like flying, like just like taking flight. Like E.T. just took flight off into the air and just left and went into the stars. I was like, oh, well, that was weird. I ended up walking into this house, which I think it was maybe my parents' house. I'm not 100% sure where I was walking into, but I walked in and I saw my mom, which I haven't spoken to my mom in a little while because of alcohol, of course. And you know, me and my mom, for the most part, over the years, have had a really strong relationship. We've had our ups and downs, and we will fight like cats and dogs, but that's because I'm just like my mom. We're too similar, that's why we fight. And she was in there, and one of my friends, well, she was my friend, was in there, that I met at another rehab program, and she was actually the friend who brought me a bunch of clothes when I was staying in rehab. And I completely messed that relationship up, unfortunately, because I got extremely intoxicated, sent her a whole bunch of stuff that just horrible stuff. I was talking about her and her boyfriend. I told her something like, oh, you should just leave your boyfriend and come get with me. I mean, it was bad, guys. It was real bad. And I don't blame her for no longer speaking with me, but I miss her a lot because I did consider her a very close friend. And she was standing in there, and like when I walked in and I started talking to her, her face just kind of started melting. And yeah, I think that's when I had a deep feeling of dread inside of, wow, I just ruined another relationship from my alcohol use. I can't tell you guys how many relationships I've destroyed. Real good people, and love me to pieces when I'm sober. They love me to death when I'm sober, but the second I funnel that alcohol down my throat, and I turn into a gremlin. It's like I said, there's a totally different Slayer that comes out, and the mission is just to destroy everything. It seems like just mess up everything in my life and make it as bad as possible in this short time period. After that, I ended up waking up. I was sweating. I was like, what the? It was very, very bizarre. I remember when I woke up, I was just drenched in like sweat, like my legs especially. It seemed like I dipped my legs into a pool. I jumped up, did all that, went back to bed, and had some like more broken dreams, and I can't really 100% remember them. I think at one point there's a closet that sits in my room. So the bed lays like this, and like the bed's here, and then the closet, this is the end of the bed. The closet would be like right here. So the closet door is right there. And the closet door was just slightly cracked open. And I was in like a half awake state, half dream state. And I looked over there, and it looked like something was looking, like peeking through the closet. Very, very creepy, to say the least. And that's part of alcohol withdrawal, if you guys didn't know, is having these vivid dreams, because drinking alcohol suppresses that dream chemical. So the more that we drink, the more that suppresses. So the second that we stop drinking, that just explodes open into this never land dream, you know, usually nightmares is what it is. I usually think that there's a demonic aspect to these types of things, but if you want the scientific theory on that, that's what it is. It's basically your brain is just exploding with the dream chemical, which I, for some reason, cannot remember what that's called. So yeah, I ended up waking up from that, and I've just been doing pretty much the same thing today. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've been productive today. I wrote up a list of what I'm going to do moving forward, and I plan to share that with you guys eventually. I think that I'll probably end this particular series tomorrow. Yeah, what a great series of watching this dude almost die. What am I talking about? But like, that was the wrong word, but I'll end this. Like, I wanted to show the withdrawal time period. I wanted to show what somebody goes through, because I know that it helps, and it helps me doing these videos, guys. It really does. And I said it before, whenever I've been withdrawing, whenever I've been going through a hard time, like people like Dirk Delirium, people like Bat Country, people like LD, all these great people, I would watch their videos because it would help. It would make me feel less alone. It just brings you some comfort in a dark time, and a lot of the times it will give you the inspiration to go and get sober, go to a detox center, do something good for yourself. And that's why I wanted to do this. You know, I wanted to document how I've been feeling. Like I said, I'm definitely not out of the woods. I'm not feeling the greatest by any means. I still feel nauseous. I still am not having the best appetite, but I'm hoping and praying that things are on the up and up. I was having some like chest pain and stuff a little bit ago that was freaking me out, like some heart palpitations and stuff. But I'm just hoping and praying, man. I've been praying like non-stop that I'm gonna get through this. Everything is gonna be okay. God's gonna take care of me. I've asked for forgiveness more times than I can even count, because I know I need it. Because we do these things, even when we know what's going to happen, even when we know where they're going to end. And we're not only disappointing our loved ones, but we're also disappointing the one who created us. So it's been a battle, guys. It's been a battle. It's been a journey, being here on YouTube, talking with you guys, reading all the comments. It really has helped having this. It's such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for each and every single one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to leave me a comment and come on this journey and this ride with me, and not give up on me and just say, well, this dude's relapsed 100 times. I'm giving up on him. He's never going to get sober. And some people did do that. And if you did do that, hey, I love you. If you didn't do that, I love you even more, and I appreciate you. I also wanted to tell you guys something that I forgot to mention in the previous videos, is that when I went to the hospital the first time, this is kind of crazy, guys. When I went to the hospital the first time and I went in there, I was in a total panic. I wasn't, alcohol withdrawal especially, it was awful. My heart was pounding. I thought that I was gonna die. This doctor comes in, doctor doesn't know shit, comes into the room, and he's looking at me, and he's like, yeah, okay. He's like, what's bothering you? And I'm telling him, oh, I feel like this, and I feel like that, and blah, blah, blah. On and on I go. And I'm telling him all these things, and he looks over him, and he's like, yeah, okay, well, I'll make sure to get you up to the mental health psych unit, and they'll talk to you. I just looked at this dude. I was like, what? This dude thought that I was nuts. He thought that I was making up my alcohol withdrawal. I told him, I was like, I'm not crazy, man. I'm just going through withdrawal. And he was like, oh yeah, I thought that was a bit of a stretch. Some of these doctors and nurses, man, blow my mind. And this same doctor tells me, he gives me this medication, and he's like, here you go, you can take this right away when you get home. It's no problem at all. He leaves the room. 5 seconds later, a nurse walks in and comes in and tells me that, oh, you cannot take that medication because you could have a seriously dangerous reaction with the other medication that's already in your body. So you want to wait maybe a day or two before you take that. I'm over here doing the doctor's job, by the way, too. I'm asking, you have to be your own advocate sometimes at these hospitals and places, man. I swear they don't care, especially when you come in and as an alcoholic and stuff. It's like sometimes you're looked down upon. And don't get me wrong, I've had some amazing nurses, I've had some incredible doctors who really care about their patient, and that's exactly what they should be doing, is be a doctor. You should have empathy if you're going to be in that field. You shouldn't act like you have no idea what you're doing and that you could care less about what the person is saying. I mean, a lot of these people are very rude. They look at you like, okay, whatever. You know, they don't take you seriously. A lot of them think that you're in there getting high, to get high, which is sad, you know, but other people ruin everything for other people, like the old saying goes. And it's the truth, because there are a lot of people that go in there to just get high. And so it ruins it when people like us go in there and they think, well, this dude's an alcoholic. He's just in here to get high, and that's all he really cares about. But anyways, I'll end that rant about the doctors and nurses. Just thought that I would share that with you. Thought it was pretty interesting that the guy thought that I was nuts. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. It's been a wild ride. You guys have made this journey easier. Oh, also, I wanted to point out, somebody in the comments, me and him talked about how big your pupils get when you're going through this. Like, I've looked like I've been on 18 grams of mushrooms for the last 4 days. I really have. My pupils have just been like saucers the entire time. Looks like I'm walking around tripping balls, and I don't know what's up with that. I guess, you know, which you do. I'm not 100% sure what's up with that, but me and somebody in the comments talked about that, and I thought that I should bring it up. It's a good point. It does happen. And sometime if you're ever going through alcohol withdrawal, and I hope that you're not, go look at your pupils. They'll be huge. With that said, guys, thank you. Please don't go down the path that I've gone down. Don't let your drinking get to the point where it's gotten with me, where it very much is life or death at this point, and my relapses are just too, they're very scary. Don't get to this point. Go to a detox center, go to a rehab, go check out some meetings, do what you got to do to get yourself some help before it gets to this point. And if you are at this point, trust me, I understand, and you're not alone. And it's not too late for me and you to still get sober and to still save our lives. So with that said, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for this final video about the alcohol withdrawal. Hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better. It comes in waves. It really does. Alcohol withdrawal comes in waves. It's like even now on tonight, I know that I'm gonna have trouble sleeping. I'm still gonna have probably some panic and anxiety. It's not gone. Like I said, I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'm hoping by tomorrow, if I can get some good rest, that things will be on the up and up. So with that said, I love all of you. Please stay safe, stay sober. If you're thinking about having that drink, reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody. Don't do what I've done too many times and leave that phone hanging, or leave that phone. Don't pick up that phone, that 1,000-pound phone. I know how hard it is to pick it up. Pick it up and either call somebody text somebody, look up an AA meeting, do whatever you got to do on that phone, but get yourself some help, and don't do it, please, for the love of God. Don't do it. It's not worth it. So with that said, guys, I love each and every single one of you. Stay safe, stay sober, and peace.